You won't find a better vacation than in the Montana Badlands. This is sponsored by Old Stretchy the Dinosaur Bone Cell. Download our free books on DSTRI.org. We'd like to give you a summer update from 2025 and what took place in the Badlands of Montana. Question: are you aware of all the buried dinosaurs in the Badlands of Montana and that anyone can travel there? And you can go on a real dig and collect real dinosaur bones? We need students to help us collect these non-mineralized dinosaur bones and to start research projects and do reporting and publishing on what they find. We go every spring. Would you also be surprised to know that living organisms are found now within these dinosaur bones? That's right. DSTRI scientists have been uncovering a food web of different organisms, including microscopic worms called nematodes that are thriving inside these bones. Fungi are growing in these bones, and we're even finding juvenile beetles, which means they're coming in to eat some of the resources. So this is a food web of organisms and organics that exist within these dinosaur bones that no one's ever seen before, and we're busy publishing this. We're seeing living populations of microorganisms thriving inside these bones because of the resources there. So we invite you to come with us on a dig and participate in some of this work. All of our journal papers are published at DSTRI.org. You could download those for free. And we are a 501c3 organization. We don't charge for you to come to a dig and do research and publish with us on these world-first discoveries. Hi folks, this is Dr. Mark with DSTRI.org. We have a wonderful update for you on our summer 2025 activities. It's been really exciting. So let's get right to what we have been up to. The first thing that I'd like to emphasize is that we are finding living organisms now in these buried and partially buried dinosaur bones. For example, one of the critters that we're finding is fungus. Fungi grow in these bones because there are organics like lipids and soft tissue that they can break down. And so we see several different types of fungi growing in these bones. Now what's really interesting is that we've actually captured living nematodes and we've had them identified as fungiferous or fungus-eating worms. And here's an example of one of those, which was identified by a PhD nematologist at the University of Virginia. We're also finding insect remains, juvenile insect remains, and so we're finding living populations of juveniles from these critters inside the bones. So essentially, we have a food web growing inside the bone. This is a world-first discovery. No one's ever seen this before. Previously, bacteria and other microbes have been found in these bones, but no one has found living worms or living fungi or insect remains as we have been finding. Here is a normal nematode collected from typical garden soil. They're not unlike what we find in Montana. This is the very first nematode that we extracted from Triceratops bone in 2024 in Glendive, Montana. The following year, we did our experiment again and we found two nematodes closely associated with the Pachycephalosaurus vertebra. Here's one, and here's the second one, again associated with the Pachycephalosaurus vertebra bone. And we kept searching when we went to Lusk, Wyoming at the Hansen Ranch, and here's what we found from an Edmontosaurus femur that was actually a surface specimen with very little of it buried below the soil. We actually captured 30 of these worms from that bone, and this is one that we captured 5 weeks after the dig. So please stay tuned to this channel and look for an extension of this update with the full details of everything we did this summer, including the 3 digs we went on and including the Microscopy Society of America annual meeting that we and our students went to. If you would like to get into this kind of research, we are looking for qualified students who will be able to work with their own bones, get their own results, and publish those results. And there are so many microscope job openings right now that within 18 months you could probably land a job with six-figure income in the field of microscopy. So contact us at DSTRI.org and let us know of your interest. Thanks for watching.